Good morning and welcome.
Morning.
So today we're going to have a look around Paphos Harbour, so come and join us. We've come right to the end of Paphos Harbour this morning to start our tour. Our little walkabout and the fort you can see in front of you there, or the castle as some people call it. It was a fort to guard the entrance to the harbour in days gone by, and of course Paphos Harbour was a little fishing village, and as a little fishing village in the 70s it started growing into a tourist destination. So after the troubles in Cyprus, Paphos, rather than Famagusta, became a new destination. As you can see, the harbour still has so the fort stroke castle there. And you can see there's still some fishing boats. How big the fishing industry is now, I really don't know. I think a lot of these boats are to take tourists out fishing, sea fishing. One or two maybe for commercial purposes. And as you can see in the harbour there are a lot of boats for tourists to go out on day trips and things. At the moment there's a stage in front of the fort, castle, and seating arrangements because there has been the Aphrodite festival on with opera. It's an annual event that happens beginning of September. People go in the fort is open, you can go in. We've been in it many times, but it's not very exciting in there, to be fair. There's not much to see. The cafe ice cream crate place at the end. This little, used to be an amphitheatre here, but they changed it to this kind of different style seating area. It's okay. Coastal path takes you round and past the lighthouse and all the way to a beach. So there is a nice beach at the other end of this walkway. Quite breezy on the end here. So, a bit of that sea breeze, which is a bit of a relief from the heat in the summertime, which it is now. You will find around Paphos area several of these bronze statues, as I've just shown you there. And in fact one in town was ceremoniously nicked. They sawed the legs off and were away with it. Now it was recovered and it actually turned up in a scrapyard. Somebody had weighed it in. I believe they went to prison, yeah, Julie, I think they did. So they caught the person because they did give them their names and details when they weighed it in. A scrap. What goes through people's minds, I don't know. The Ocean Basket restaurant here, again at the end of the harbour. A renowned fish restaurant. It's a chain actually in Cyprus called Ocean Basket. There are several Ocean Basket chain restaurants across the island, but it is highly regarded and very popular. Not a big fish lover myself, so
I like ocean basket. It's very good.
Julie loves ocean baskets. Got some of the boats. As you walk down the harbour, you will be approached by people asking you to go in their cafes, restaurants, just a polite no thank you, and you'll be fine. No big hassle, no big worries. Say, oh, you're coming in for a coffee or a beer or something to eat or whatever, depending on the time of the day.
Have a drink.
Missed his cue, that lad. Jolly Roger, boat trips. Oh, flying the pirate flag. Naturally, you can come down to the harbour and all these little kiosks, day and night, are manned and they're selling the boat trips. Very popular one there. There's several popular ones going in the evening and all inclusive, so wave dancer, ocean vision, an ocean flyer. And of course the Jolly Roger pirate ship. Arr. Most of the restaurants on the actual harbour itself all specialise in seafood, but there is other options as well. You can grab a burger or a salad, but there's an awful lot of yeah, it's a little bit of a tourist trap, but saying that, you are going to sit next to the sea, and you've got nice atmosphere, and on an evening this place will be buzzing. So at the head of the harbour we have the heritage site, the archaeological open air museum of Paphos, and what I would advise is, if you're going in there, take water, make sure you've got a hat on, and avoid the hottest times of the day. That's kind of between 11 and 2. Go in the afternoon if you can, or go early morning. Anyway, again,
the mosaics and everything
they're
out of this
spectacular.
world if you like history.
You may be wondering, well, why don't you do a vlog from in there? Why don't you do well, it's simple. I spend hours editing and making these videos and putting them together. I know you probably don't think it's got any kind of a semblance, but it does. And unfortunately, any time I go to a temple or an archaeological site or anywhere of what I would consider great interest, nobody watches them. So anyway, if you want me to, put a comment below and actually say what you want. No, I will endeavour to make it. Next door to the Archaeological Museum is the bus station. Oh, and as we said, the 610 has just turned up. So that's a relatively new bus station right next door to the archaeological site. For information on the buses, I would suggest you Google it for the latest information. Now, across the road from the archaeological site in the harbour is a very large car park. It is free to park at the moment. Always, of course, keep your eyes open. They may introduce parking charges. Paphos. Oh. I guess that means that the Ocean Vision is setting sail. So as you can hear, it is up for 5 or 6 hours of the Venga Boys and S Club 7 and everything else. It's a party cruise. Not all of them are like that, but they are very popular. and generally they include your lunch, and sometimes they're all inclusive, so drinks and everything are included in.
Don't have
your-
very many bad reviews.
No, fantastic reviews on these cruises. Anyway, let's let it go. And you can see we're a fair distance away, but the music's still banging. So I'll get copyright struck for this. There we go, it's still here. Matthew, who was doing the DJing on the Ocean Vision. That's Matthew Edmondson. Oh, it's rocking and roll.
It's rocking. Well, he did say it, we're going to rock and roll. Tell them to slow down.
There's 2 toilets at the back of the main deck.
Find numerous little stores doing jewellery and wrap. Too busier on an evening. And obviously your gift shops. More cafes and restaurants. So there are actually plenty of areas to sit down on the seafront here at Paphos. And we've got little shopping centres. Down these little snicket ways. We've got more shops and little cafes. So your normal, selling your normal tourist wares. Tourist wares, you may say, what's that then? What? Well, belts, hats, t-shirts, football t-shirts from around the globe, copy handbags possibly, and real. It's a bit confusing because a lot of designer shops in Paphos that are absolutely genuine, and then there's a lot of kind of, I don't know, snide copies of things here also. So buyer beware. If the price is too good to be true, it's too good to be true. So again, plenty of shops, plenty of shopping. I believe you're going to buy a genuine Rolex Submariner for 200 quid. You obviously know it's a knockoff. And if you think you're going to buy a Coco Chanel handbag for 90 euros, then I don't think so. Somehow, again, a knockoff. Another of the little bronze statues. This isn't the one that was nicked. The one that was nicked similar to that. I believe it was a girl. And it was up in town actually. In a very prominent position, so God knows how somebody... well, they used a grinder, I would imagine. Just quick grind their legs up and away. To the scrapyard. God. Around the top of the harbour here we've got the swimming area. People, even though the sea's not very mellow today, mostly it's like a mill pond. But, yeah, a swimming area, changing rooms, toilet, showers. If you want to go sea swimming, it's a convenient location in Paphos. And then the down here on the harbour, one place that we often see recommended because of its cheap beer. Possibly one of the cheapest pints you're going to get. $1.69 for a pint of beer, $1.85 for a cappuccino. So that's during the day. Recommended that if you go in there, just say pint of the beer at $1.69. Don't go in there and say I'd like a Keogh please or a Carlsberg, because they're not $1.69. You don't know what the beer is that you're getting when you ask for a pint of beer. It's just cold and refreshing and strong. So across here we've got the, again, paddling, bathing area. The sea's a little bit rough today. There are red and yellow flags up. Sunbathing area. Cafe Nero, Pizza Hut. Another popular restaurant, Tea for Two. And the harbour area. So, fully pedestrianised until somebody takes this bite, and then there'll be cars and all sorts going flying down there. But most of the time it is pedestrianised, day and night. So that was our overview of the Paphos Harbour area. Thanks ever so much for watching if you have been, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!